Welcome to Workout Wednesday for your glutes. Let's go ahead and get into this workout, girl. Okay, like my goal, I'm not going to speed this up or anything. We going. My goal is for y'all to have a good understanding of like how it train you if you're a beginner. And this is for my women who have y'all have done a couple exercises before. You might have even ran, you've done like some online challenges, you've done something for at least a month, but you're still not really sure what your routine should be. So if you want to build your glutes, this is the routine for you. I always start off with like 5 minutes on the stairs. So here we are, 5 minutes up, and I'm gonna just clip my little microphone. First minute, and I don't hold on to the rails or anything like that. First minute, I'm just getting comfortable with the speed, everything. And we're like 10 seconds in from the first minute. And then it's time to go ahead and turn this up. I turn it up until like a 7 to 10, depending on what I'm feeling like. Nothing too crazy. This is just the warm up. So that's where I'm at. I keep my hands on my hips to really like force my core to get warm, glutes getting warm, full body warm up. And we're just gonna stay here for the next, 3 minutes, 30 seconds. So pick something that's gonna get your heart pumping. If you can hear, I'm already out of breath. So my heart is pumping, but it's not terribly uncomfortable because I'm used to this. Like when I first started the stairs though, it would be like, oh my God, level 7. I can't do this. I'd be holding on to the rail. So if you ask me which is more important, speed or holding on to the rail, I would say holding on to the rail. So if you can take your hands off of the rail, but you can only do it at a level 2, then stay at a level 2. Whatever is the highest, not the highest you can go, the medium you can go with your hands off. And in about a minute, we're gonna turn it all the way down, catch our breath. We got 30 seconds till cool down. And then I bring it all the way down. And this is when I put my hands on and I just catch my breath. 10 seconds. And that's time. Now that we're warm, we're gonna go ahead and get into the stretch. So I always do my static stretches, which is a hold stretch after I've already warmed up. The worst thing that you can do is try and do your static stretches, which is when you're holding the stretch right after, before you've even warmed up your muscles. That's the best way to cause a tear, to cause injury, to overstretch. So I just do right arm across, left arm across, right arm behind, left arm behind. And then since today is leg day, I really take my time to like focus on my legs and making sure that I'm sitting down in my frog stretch. And then I go back into in between my legs. I do a lot of frog stretch on leg day, like in between every leg stretch. And you only have to hold a static stretch for like 10 to 30 seconds, 60 seconds most, but 10 to 30 seconds. So you'll see me like quickly go through my stretches because you only need to hold it for about 10 seconds. Unless, you know, you really feel a need to get a deep stretch in there, like the frog stretch. That's why I go into it so many times, because we practice this move a lot. And the deeper that you can get in your frog stretch, the deeper you'll be able to get in your squat. And that's why you'll even see me do stretches multiple times. And then I'll get down on the ground, hit one of these, like really stretching my hip flexor here. Other side. Like literally feeling my hamstrings right now. But these are like my typical stretches. I'll go into a nice flamingo. Like so, like that. Get my quads, and then one for the road. But I don't take too long on my stretches because I know we're gonna warm up through the move too. But also, I'm feeling really loose today already. So I took my time to do the stretch, but I'm not gonna spend more time here than necessary. Get some hip circles in, other side, and like I'm feeling real loose right now. So for our first exercise, we have a barbell squat. Now what I really want to do throughout this video is to show you guys how it train you if you were really with me. If you don't know where to start, that's what I'm kind of making this video for. And so for my beginners who are just being introduced to a barbell squat, one of the most important things is to understand the cues of what a squat should be. And so I'm gonna take out my music so I can show you. Now the first thing is when you go to lift the bar off, you want to have it in a place, you want to have it at a length that your knees have to be bent for you to be able to lift it off. You have to straighten off your knees, okay? Straighten up your knees. And I can actually lower this a little bit, but I'm not going to. So you want to have your knees bent. You want to bring your elbows back just a little bit. We're going to have them thumb width off the grip, right? And so you'll notice on barbells, they have a grip. You want to be like thumb space away from the grip. So you put your thumb here, and then where your hand lands, that's where you want to grip the bar. You want to place the bar along your traps, and you're just going to go take a deep breath in, exhale, push the bar off, and when you stand up, you should be able to have the bar on your back. You're going to take one step back, two step backs, and that should put you in a nice place where your toes are pointed out, about hip width apart. And you're going to take another big inhale, hold that breath all the way down, sit into the squat. Now that one really wasn't a good one for me. I need to widen up a little bit more. We're going to inhale, hold it all the way down, exhale up. And you want to get as deep as I did. Like you want to be able to be parallel with the ground. So we're going to do that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And once again, the whole idea is that you're parallel with the ground, that you're able to hold the bar, lean forward just a little bit. Now, after we've done our warm-up set, we're gonna get into actually loading the bar up. Now, if you put on weight and you can't keep your form, the weight is too heavy, okay? So for me, I can go to about, I can put a 45 on each side and I would be comfortable. If I was working with a beginner, I would probably throw a 10 on each side. But for me, like I said, I'm gonna throw a 45 each side. Now these are what you call your working sets. Now that we have weight on the bar, and we're gonna be continuously going up from here. You wanna always use clips like I just put on, especially if you don't have a spotter. Honestly, I wouldn't prefer, if you're a beginner, that you're doing this without a spotter. But if you are, and you have gears in your gym, make sure you put in the gears just a little bit below parallel. That way, if you can't hold the bar, then you can just fail out. I'll make a whole different video about how to safely fail out, because I think that's an important step too. But yeah, preferably do this with a spotter, please. All right, now this is when I'm gonna get into my music. So on that first set, I did 10. Now we're on the second set. I'm gonna do 5. Remember, inhale at the top and hold that breath all the way down. Exhale, push. That's real nice. Nice work. Okay. And then from here, you want to continue to go up, remembering that if your form suffers, because we're staying at 5 reps, if your form suffers, then you have to go back down. So for me, I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna put 25, because I'm feeling pretty audacious today. And this is a good time to note, the bar by itself is 45 pounds. Don't forget that. One more. Nice. Okay, I was kind of struggling right there. So we only going up 5. If you're a beginner, where I would have you for your working sets like a true beginner, I would go at 10, add 15, add 10 more. So you're like where I'm at right now, where I'm at 195, I would put you at like 40, 80, 85 plus the bar, 45 plus 40, I don't know. Light work. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. This one, there is some balance in it that you have to think about. But this is like the perfect. If step ups are too difficult for you, this is what I will always substitute with. And not even just substitute with. On days that you don't want to do step ups or walking lunges, this is just like my perfect pump. Anyhow, so you got one leg here in front of you. Like if I'm standing up straight, I have one leg that's like just right in front of me. So I'm gonna take the other leg, cross it. And then from here, what I'm gonna do is slightly bend over at the waist, keeping my neck in neutral. And then from here, I'm gonna take a deep breath and bend all the way down. Nice little curtsy lunge. This is my fave. You're always gonna feel this in your glute, especially after those heavy ass back squats that you just did. It's a no-brainer. So I'm gonna put my music on and we're about to hit, we got 10 on each leg. Where should you be weight-wise for this? If you're a beginner, where I would like you to start, it's probably like 10 pounds, 15 pounds. What I have here is a 35. So, you know, you can play with this. It's really about if your form is good, then you can go up, okay? All right, let's do it. Same thing. A minute rest in between each one. Right back at it. Oh. The good news is it's only one more set. Jesus. Other side. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. That's all it is. All right, we got Barbell RDLs. So I get a lot of slack for this because y'all prefer to do RDLs with dumbbells. The thing about doing RDLs with dumbbells is you can't go as heavy as you can on a barbell. When you pick up the barbell, you're already at 45 pounds. If that's too heavy, of course, that's when I'm like, go down, get you some dumbbells. But if you could just start at the bar, I'm just saying the gains is gonna be insane. All right, so here we go. Underhand grip. I'm gonna bring the bar as close to me as possible. Chest up, standing straight up. And then from there, I'm just pushing the booty out and come below my knees. Exhale up. Inhale, dragging the bar along me. Exhale up. Inhale, dragging the bar alongside me. Exhale up. That's all. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great work. Then from here, of course, we add in weight. Now, if the bar is difficult, I would prefer you starting off with like 15-pound dumbbells. If you're on the bar and the bar was light, then we're just going up by 10 because it's isolation movement. So you don't need to go extremely heavy until you're ready for that. You really want to ease into this because your low back is involved. You want to strengthen up all the muscles before you're just throwing on a 45-pound, okay? Now, if you're crazy, or if you're really feeling it, or if the pre is really hitting, I would do this workout and then hit like 5 sets of 10-second sprints after. But that's not where I'm at. I'm not doing that. So just something for y'all to think about. But as long as you're not compromising form when you're going up in weight, that's all that matters. And then from there, next week, we're going to talk about how to know when you should be going up in weight, how often you should be going up in weight. What if you're not hitting the numbers that you were hitting? All those sorts of different stuff starts to come into play. But the first thing is being able to get your form right. So for the next couple weeks, we're going to integrate that conversation while we're going over the form of all of these different glute exercises that I want to see you ladies do in the gym. Until then, happy Workout Wednesday. Hope you got in a great workout. Comment down below what you want to see next. Peace.